Hello friends, it's Sarah, coming at you for my 8-month, 1 week, very late 8-month, 1 week post-op video. I'm actually 8 months and 2 weeks out right now, but I'm doing my update for that tomorrow, so yeah, I just realized today how late it was. Probably because I did my 8-month video like so shortly after I did my 8-month, but anyways, doesn't matter. You get me now. So, highest weight back in 2009 was 303 pounds. The weight I was the day I met my surgeon was 282. The weight I was, I think the last time I came to you guys was 232 or 3 something. And the weight I was last week was 231.8. I'm not, today's not my actual weigh-in day, so I'm not going to give you my weight, but I have been working off a gain, so hopefully I'll have at least a maintain by tomorrow. No promises though. So that was a 72 pound loss overall and a 51-ish pound loss from the date I met my surgeon. Yeah, so kind of a lot went on this week and also kind of nothing. Yeah. What I did want to talk about was, oh, I remember what it was. It was 234 point something. Yeah, that's what it was. So I guess I had like a 2-ish pound loss. But I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I did my 8-month post-op pics a few days after I did my update video, and I believe when I took the pictures I was like 234.8, and my weight for my 7-month post-op was 234.4, so I had a 0.4 pound gain overall. But if you look at the pictures, everything is noticeably smaller, denser. Everything is smaller. And that is something that I want to talk about because I was pretty surprised when I saw that. Only because with past pictures, if I have maintained or if I have gained, I can see it. Or either I see nothing at all, or I can see where things look a little plumper. Not the case with this time. This time I was technically 4 ounces heavier, and I was much smaller. I would say my waist alone was probably, I don't know, it's hard to tell, but I'm gonna go with like 2 inches down. It was much smaller. Arms were smaller, butt was smaller, thighs were smaller, everything was smaller. So I think I am getting to a point now where, and I think I wasn't expecting this to happen at this point in the journey because I'm still 230-ish pounds, which is a weight that a lot of people are when they get weight loss surgery. So it was surprising to see that my body is now starting to become smaller and denser, where I'm losing fat at a rate that I'm gaining muscle. For some reason, I didn't think that would happen until, Wonderland or even maybe a little bit after that. So that was some pretty interesting stuff. But it's nice to know that my hard work in the gym is paying off. Yeah, I mean, and that's what it is right there. I mean, everything that I see in those pictures, that's just me humping it out in spin class and really humping it out in kickboxing class, and then strengthening and lengthening in my weekly yoga classes. So that was pretty cool. I also feel like now that was a clear indication to me that it's time to stop shying away from weight training and just get on it. Obviously, the numbers are no longer, of course they're always going to be an indicator of where I stand weight-wise, but as many of you know, as I've said lots of times, or at least I've thought lots of times, my first initial goal weight is 180. Sounds high. I mean, that's still firmly in the overweight BMI range, which I think is complete horseshit. The BMI thing. I've always had, ever since the time I was a little kid, I've had just a lot of muscle mass, which is good. I mean, I'm happy for it. But now I wonder, what is 200 pounds going to look like? Because right now, like, there's a girl that I'm friends with on Facebook. Her name is Jamie Lombardi. She's a VSGer. She's coming up on a year out. And when she saw my pictures, she was like, oh, you're in Wonderland, right? And I was like, no, God, no. I'm like 35 pounds away from that. She was like, I would have thought that you were in Wonderland by now. And I was like, that's crazy. And my mom, who I think is around 185 pounds, and she's like an inch and a half shorter than me, we are in, I think, the same size clothes now. I might be a size bigger, but she's like a size 16 pants. I'm still wearing 18s, and my shirts are large or extra large, and I think she wears a large, sometimes an extra large. But she's older. She's had double knee replacement. She was a ballerina. She and my grandmother were both ballerinas growing up, genes that were not passed on to me. That's okay. I still love the ballet. But she doesn't exercise as much as I do. A lot of it is just pain related. And, a lot of it too is she's just busy. I mean, I feel like I'm sitting here making excuses for my mom, but she's taking full-time care of my grandmother, who had a double mastectomy 2 years ago and is on slow-release chemo. So instead of going and getting actual radiation and chemotherapy, she takes pills because she's in her 70s and she's not in the greatest health. Mentally, she's still my dirty, rotten mouth grandma, but she did some hard living in her day. So my mom is taking care of her, and then my stepdad, his mother lives full time with them also, and my little brother, my youngest brother, he went through some really hard stuff with drugs and alcohol over the summer. Really serious shit. Sorry, my pad is dying. So she's taking care of him. So even though she's a stay-at-home mom right now, she also just quit her job this year to take care of my family. Even though she's a stay-at-home mom, she has like no free time. Like, I tried calling her, and we literally have to schedule our phone calls. And even then, sometimes our scheduled time doesn't work. So she doesn't exercise that much, but she also doesn't eat that much. So anyways, what I'm saying is her body is obviously, even though she's 180 pounds, her body is shaped differently than mine because I have to carve out, 5-6 hours a week for hard exercise. So yeah, so that makes me wonder, like, well, God, when I'm 180 pounds, am I going to be a size 8, 10? I mean, what's it going to look like on me? I really don't know at this point, because I'm at a size right now that people that maybe are naturally lighter and don't work out are at without activity. So, food for thought, which is better than food for your mouth. This was a complete shit show of a weekend, food-wise. I got a fill on Thursday, and so I was on softs. Friday, well, one of my best friends and my husband, they share a birthday. So Friday we went out and celebrated my husband's birthday, got totes wasted, and then Saturday I had to go out and celebrate again with my girlfriend. And because I was on softs and we were at restaurants, the softest thing they had was pasta. So I was eating pasta, and that was, and God knows what was in it. Deliciousness is what was in it. But that was what was going down. It wasn't getting stuck or anything. So that's what I was eating. Just a lot of carbs. And I have never shied away from carbs, but pasta is a little bit of a trigger food for me. It's just a comfort thing. I ate it growing up, and I have to be careful with it because I can just take it down. And so I really feel like this past week, Sunday, Monday, you know, etc., I've been trying to get out of that cycle of let's eat noodles and you know, whatever. So that was that. I mean, when I woke up on Saturday, I think I had like a 6 pound gain. It was nuts. And that totally freaked me out. I was like, oh my God. So that was this weekend. Lots of fun. It's just, Jessica Expanded mentioned this in one of her videos a few months ago, is that the better you look, the more you want to go out, or the more she wants to go out. And I totally get what she means there. I just feel more comfortable. It's more fun getting dressed. It's just, you know, you go out with people that you haven't seen in a while, they compliment you, that goes right to your head. It's, you know, it's just stuff like that, and it's just more fun. You have more energy. Like, we did a pub crawl on Friday, and like I was able to walk here, there, and everywhere, no problem. So yeah, so that's kind of what it's been like this week. I did talk to the owner of my gym. As I've mentioned before, it's a really small gym, about becoming a spin instructor. Yay! And she was really excited, and she just forwarded me all the info today, for the training classes. I think they're like $300, so hopefully $300 will just plop into my lap here. Because I really want to get started on that now, so that by the time I end up losing my job, which from the sounds of it is not going to be for like, oh, probably not till like at least 6 months, but I will be ready to teach. Like, you know, and obviously I can't do that full time, but it'll be something I can do in the interim while I'm looking for work. And who knows where that could lead. So she sent me all the info for that, and I was a little apprehensive because I was like, God, you know, I'm still fat, like I'm still 230 pounds. And I thought, oh, who wants a fat spin teacher? And then I was like, you know, that's ridiculous, because I can get through a spin class, no problem. Well, no, not no problem, but I mean, I can do it. And really what I need to do now is just learn how to be able to talk and control my breath and everything, so I'm not like, you know, on the little Britney Spears microphone thing. And she said the nicest thing in the email. She was like, here's all the info. You have been such an inspiration to so many people, myself included, and I can't wait to see who else you're going to inspire. And I think she knows I have a lap band. I know I wrote it on my application, because you have to write like your medical condition or whatever, but she's never mentioned it. For all I know, she's probably forgotten. And I was just like, God, that's just the nicest. It was such a nice compliment. Also, kind of a weird, I wouldn't exactly call it an NSV, just kind of a weird little thing that happened is one of our friends that we were out with on Friday was just straight up acting the fool. He's this guy, he's kind of the barnacle in our group where nobody ever really wants him to come along, but you have to invite him because we've known him forever. And he just got shit-faced. I mean, I don't know what he was doing, because everybody else was fine. This was like the first hour or two of being out, and he was like knocking beers over, knocking bar stools over, pissing people off, just being an asshole. And we were outside, and he started to kind of like tip over, and I grabbed onto him, and I was like, get your ass back. And I pulled him back, and in his drunkenness, he looked at one of our friends, and he was like, God, Sarah's powerful. And I was like, thanks, Gary. Now go drink some water, because you're pissing everybody off. So yeah, so that's that, and that's pretty much all I have to say. And we're already at 14 minutes, so it's already a long video. So that's all, guys. I will hopefully try to come to you tomorrow with a video. I'm back in school. That takes up a lot of my time, but I can carve out 5 minutes. It's just a matter of me actually staying within that 5 minutes. Yeah. So that's all, guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.